All right, we're gonna wrap up with our peanut gallery question. We'll keep our nationals theme going. NCCS, is it that? Is that what it is? NCCS is the name of the national show.
I don't know, never been.
Okay, thanks for the help on that one. I believe it's NCCS announced today that the show is officially on. So we will keep our theme going here. Getting people ready for the national. The question that came in is, when I am buying cards at the national or any show, what should I be looking at as far as offering in regards to comp value?
Just like at a dealer table or something like that.
Yep, you're at a show, you're walking around, let's say I want to buy a $500 card, and the last three sales on eBay have gone for 500 bucks. What am I trying to offer a dealer to try to get the best price?
Yeah, so just in my head, I'd say, okay, if it's averaging 500 and he wants 500 off eBay, well, I know if he sold that on eBay, he's not going to walk away with $500, right?
Yep.
He's going to have his final value fee, his PayPal fee. Most of the bigger guys don't have any listing fees if they have a store, etc. But there's definitely some fees that dude's going to incur, and he's not walking away with that amount. So I'm going to do the quick math on that, and take those things into account and try to come in at a number there that's still reasonable.
Yeah, 100%. And I think right now, especially if the market continues to stay soft going into national, keep your target 10 to 15% below comps, as far as what your top dollars should be, because otherwise, you can buy it on eBay, and so just keep that stuff in mind. And you want to make sure that you're not, just because he says that it's worth X or the dealer says it's worth X. Do your research. Look on 130 Point and sportscardcomps.com, and check out values and look at averages. Don't look at the most recent. Don't look at best offer accepted, because dealers will sometimes try to do that. They'll look for a high best offer accepted instead of actual auctions. So look at where the auctions are closing, and take 10 or 15% off of that, and then drop it down even more before you make your initial offer.
Yeah, and on the flip side, there's some advantages to at the show. I get to hold the card, I get to see the card, I get to turn the card around, I get to look at it from every angle. I get to check in on all the lights.
Yeah,
So
for raw, that's definitely important. Buying raw cards in person is definitely important, that you can actually do that.
right. So when I'm still not gonna. I think your numbers are fair there, but I'm not. I don't know that I'd go too much lower than that, especially if it's a hot card. I mean, I've definitely made the mistake, and I said this on a previous episode. Someone I thought was overcharging a little bit for the time, but the market was heading in a different direction. I knew the market was heading in a different direction, and I offered lower than I should have. I mean, what I should have done was just bought the card.
Yeah.
I should have absolutely just bought the card.
Yep.
So I think if someone's coming in at a show on a bigger card and it's close to where it needs to go and it looks good in hand, I don't think there's any reason to crazy lowball, buy the card.
Yeah. I mean, if it's 500 bucks, you could be offering 425, something along those lines. Give him a little room to move up, and then, hopefully you can get it roughly 10 to 15% below. You don't want to insult the guy and be like, "Oh, I'll give you 250." I mean, just be reasonable, and try to come in 10 to 15% below comps, and have your arguments ready, just to say, like, listen, dude, eBay fees are X, sales tax is Y, and let's all save some money here, and do it that way. So
yeah, and some of them will tell you. I've spoken to enough guys in stores and shows. Some will tell you they'll just move on because the next guy that comes to the table will offer them more or buy it outright.
yeah.
So don't get upset if you get rejected.
Yeah, and at the same time, if you look around, there's nobody behind you, and it's not like a flood of people like trying to buy the same card. I mean, usually the guy won't tell you to fuck off unless you're really being insulting, and he'll try to work with you so that he can sell. So just be reasonable in what you're offering, and if there's a bunch of people around trying to buy the same card, then yeah, it is what it is. All right, guy. I think we're gonna wrap up episode 12.